Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to my class. And today I am going to discuss the rest part of the uh, chapter Understanding Media. So, our today's topic is social and political life. Now we are going to understand that how social and political life are connected with media. For this, the actually thing is, an independence media is important in a democracy. Media should be independence in a democratic country, otherwise it will not work properly as much needed for the people, for common people, or for the government. But there are several types of variation in the media. So due to these, media is unable to do all kinds of things. However, the reality is that media is far from independence. Media is actually, everyone says that media is independent, but they are not independent. The Because of two reasons. The two reasons are: the first is the media is control the media the first is to control that the government has on media. Government control over the media, and it is the system by which government control over the media. It is censorship. So now we have to understand what is censorship. Censorship is uh, onsen from sense, which is movie or lyrics. So there are some variation set up by the government that you can't disobey these rules, or you can't overtake these rules. So these are called censorships. So through this censorship, government has some controlling over medias. The worst of this time is the emergency of 1957 to 1977. It was the emergency time of India during the period of Indira Gandhi. So in today's age also, media is also uh, worst season is going on, because they are you will find they talk about less independence or less about democracy. They talk about more religious or communal things, so that people get departed from their own purpose, and get emotional through religious purposes. Okay, so now, despite the absence of censorship by the government, most newspapers nowadays still fail to provide a balanced story. So balanced story, we need to understand that balanced story, newspapers or media, they always in searching of balanced stories, so that it should be interested, it should be read by the people. So due to these things, due to the censorship, media is unable to balance the story. On the other hand, setting agendas. Media has it is very important for media to set up its agenda. Otherwise, if there is not interesting agenda, people will not see the news, people will not see the newspaper, or people will not buy the newspaper to read. They need a very important agenda. Suppose there are one your school has arranged one program. See, usually media will not come there, because it's your school purpose. It's not important for all the people, those who are reading in this school and their parents. It's important for them also. So media will not come. But if your school invite any actor or any political leader, maybe any political, that means not a small kind of leader, it should be state level or central level leader, or any actor or actress, if you invite, then media will come, because it's an interesting things. If they cover this news, then their TRP will be rise. So very recently, the media draw our attention to the alarming levels. Wait just a minute. Levels of pesticides in cola drinks. They published report. Okay, so on the other hands, that media also give us conscious us about the food things also, such as there is one you can see the bottles of thumbs up, Coca-Cola and Limcas are there. Some few days ago, media has published that there are level of pesticides in Coca-Cola or cola drinks, or Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, this type of drinks. They are too much pesticides, so it is very bad for the humans body. So they advertise such kind of news. On the other hand, there's usually they advertise that you should drink good water, and also they pick up the news of garbages, so that the garbage is the one of the major thing for the urban people. So many diseases are come from the garbages or dirty drains, this type of things. Okay. On the other hand, media also coverage the modeling is one of the important thing, because uh, before that there was several systems that boldly declaring things will not allowed, but nowadays this has been decreased by the system, and all the news channels or all the channels can advertise these things, uh, such as fashions. There are several instances where the media fails the focus in issues that are significant in our lives. For example, drinking water is a major problem. I discussed about it. And cloth designers, nowadays cloth is very important, because fashion, everyone wants to wear fashionable dresses, which is in trending for nowadays. So it should be advertised by the media, and it is for money purpose mainly, that there is so many systems of such as factory and all other things. So it's all about the money purposes. So now we have understand media, and there is the one local media, that means suppose in our local area there is Samoyik Prasangho, Doinik Jugashanko, Doinik Navavarta, such as several types of newspapers are there. They always cover the local news, and also they cover the national and also worldwide news, also international news. But it mainly depends on our local news, whatever happening in our Borak Valley. So all about this they cover the news. So these are the media's purposes, and you can see here all the magazines. I told you about magazines. So magazines are there. So our chapter is almost over, and question answer and other exercise will be I will provide you through PDF. Thank you.